so often we hold back our love, and we hold back our gifts because we think we have time. We don't. Tomorrow is not a right. Tomorrow is just a privilege. We don't have time. Stop waiting. I had several experiences in India, to be honest. But one of those, actually, a few of those, was when I almost died. I had a few situations where I almost died. One of them was when I was walking in the Himalayas. And long story short, I walked for about 8 hours, and it was an 8-hour walk of death, where I was vomiting and diarrheaing and dizzy and fainting and literally crawling up this mountain, but being very prideful. I'm like, I'm making it to the top of the mountain, even if I die. And I began hallucinating, and I was sure I was dying. I thought I'd caught some disease and this was it. And I was in so much pain, and I'm diarrheaing every 2 minutes and vomiting and just crawling. And I'm seeing these sort of yogi sadhu guys running up the mountain, and I'm crawling, and I'm having visions of my mom and visions of the regrets in my life and saying sorry and saying goodbye. And I made it to the end, the top of the Himalayas, made it to a tent. And I was like, okay, this is it. And I closed my eyes, pretty sure I was going to die. And I woke up the next morning. I'm like, oh, I'm awake. Is this what heaven looks like? It looks the same. And then managed to catch one of the guys, the Sherpas going down, catch a ride on a donkey, and got down the mountain, made it down, got back in a taxi, made it home. About an hour of leaving the Himalayas, I felt better. And I'm like, what the hell? And I speak to the taxi guy. He goes, oh, you just had altitude sickness. It's like, oh my God, that was it. But literally, I felt like I was dying, you know? And I think for me, death is a profound teacher, because death gets you in touch with the reality and the sacredness and the preciousness of life. The truth is, we're all going to die. You will die. You're going to die. None of us know when that moment will happen. None of us know when that moment will come. And I hope we all live a long life. But Jesus died, Buddha died, Gandhi died, Mother Teresa died, the great yogis in India died, Mandela died, Muhammad Ali died, Bruce Lee died. Like, if they died, we're going to die. I know there's a lot of biohacking things, and let's live forever. We're going to freaking die, bro. We're going to die. Dave Asprey is going to die. Maybe we extend our life by 50, 60 years, but it's just this physical body will die. The true essence of what we are as soul is never born, never dies. It's an eternal stream of energy and consciousness that this physical body costume is just an appearance on. It's just a temporary vehicle. And so I think we're often so afraid of death because we don't know who we are. We're so afraid of death because we believe that we are just this limited physical body. But is this what we are? I think that we're so much more. And so being in India and facing death woke me up to a deeper reality of what I am. And so I would invite people to just meditate on your death. Feel your death. Hold it close. Don't avoid it. We live in a kind of anesthetized culture that we want all these comforts, and we don't want to think about death. COVID kind of made us think about death. And the truth is, we will die. The sooner you can accept that, the sooner you can be free. The sooner you can be freed up to start living. Because if you embrace death, it focuses you on what's important. It focuses you on what's real. If death came right now, would you be ready? If death came right now, what's unsaid? What regrets would you have? What's ungiven? What's unforgiven? What would you want more of? And how would you need to live your life so that if death came, you could be ready? Because when we die, and I hope all of us live a long life, but when we die, we can't go to God or whatever you believe and say, hey, God, can I get a refund on those 2 years I wasted in that job that I hated? Can I get a refund on those 7 years I wasted in that relationship that I deep down knew wasn't right, but I was too afraid to do something about because I was afraid of what people would say? There's no refunds. And so talk about high performance life, high performance living. How would you need to live your life in such a way that if death came, you would have no regrets? Because the people that died today Most of them had no idea they were going. The people in 9/11, the tsunamis, they had no idea. One day they left one morning, said goodbye to their loved ones, gone. So how would you need to live? To me, every second of life is precious. So feel your death, embrace it, breathe it, make it your friend, and use death as not as a morbid thing, but as a motivation to live fully, to live fiercely with everything you've got, to love fully, to share your gifts with the world. Because so often we hold back our love and we hold back our gifts because we think we have time. We don't. Tomorrow is not a right. Tomorrow is just a privilege. We don't have time. Stop waiting for some special date to celebrate. We wait for that special occasion to wear that dress or that outfit for a special occasion that never comes. When in fact, this moment right here, your life exactly as it is the special occasion. And so for me, being in India, dying several times in the Himalayas, a couple of car accidents, made me realize, whoa, any second, I could be gone. Very humbling for me.
Which is really the true freedom. And at the end of the day, my question that I wrote down that we didn't even have to get to was, how does the near-death experience and embracing death actually equal freedom? And so the beauty in that is it's such a powerful statement. And I've heard one of my favorite people to listen to is a guy named Father Mike Schmitz out of I think it's Minnesota. And he did the Bible in the Year podcast. He does a lot of different things, but he talks about eulogy virtues. And he says, and I've delivered 4 eulogies. I've talked about it on this show before, but I've never delivered a eulogy for the people that I love or the people that other people loved where I did not talk about the most important things that mattered to them: love, impact, their faith, their energy, who they helped, how they helped them. It wasn't about their careers, their money, their cars, all the things that you talked about. Embracing death allows us to really see how fragile it can be, and that there is time if we just take it now. And that's such a great point. And I absolutely love that. If you like clips like this, I have a similar clip here. And if you want to watch the full video, click here.